Tsunami. All right. Tsunami TAG for February, no, sorry, March 17th, not even close to February.
St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's Day. Going through the agenda, I guess we can take roll call, right? I guess we need to.
I'm not going to do minutes for this meeting, so I don't know that we're not going to vote on anything. So I think we're just good, just welcome and introductions and moving forward.
Okay. Yeah, let's just so as Ray was summarizing, we asked for one last meeting from the council so that we could close out, and then, but more importantly, decide where this group can carry on for the 2021 process. So I think with that, I mean, Ray, are you willing to jump in and kind of give the update?
Absolutely. Per our last meeting, I think it was back in January or February, we took our rewrite of chapter 1615 to the council. They approved it. We filed the emergency rule, and since then we did our waiting period, and we have filed the CR 102, which put this into permanent rulemaking. So this is it was already in the code because of the emergency rule we did, and it started in February. And filing that CR 102 was the next step. And so the only thing left to do, and I think, you know what, I believe we've waited the period and I've filed the CR 103 already. So this is already a written rule. I got to go back to my notes. We've got so many other tags going on that I forget which ones I filed for, but I believe that we've already filed the CR 103 and made this a permanent rule. So all the work that we have done to date has come to attrition. It's in our 2018 code. People are enforcing it. I'm not sure, John, you might be able to touch in on this. We got links for building officials to click on to follow the ASCE.
Yeah, yes and no. The link is in the code, in the rule, and in the, I guess, the WAC. There is not a link to it from the DNR Tsunami page. I put in a request to Daniel to get that done. I don't know if that's going to happen. He seemed a little bit concerned about creating some confusion there. But I think if it's appropriately, labeled and things like that, I don't think there would be. But so it's a little bit hidden, but it's there. If you know the link, you can get to the right page.
Okay. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry, Karina. Correct me if I'm wrong, John, but I think that we wrote that pretty openly, that if a building official could not find the map or something like that, they just went ahead and used the reference from the ASCE, right?
No, it was only if we didn't have a map, if DNR's map didn't exist for that space or that location, then they would go to ASCE.
Okay.
Could someone send me, I don't think I found it in my email while I was gone, the final code language? Or is that on the website?
Yeah, I'll send that to you, Karina.
Okay, thank you. And John, Renee, was that you?
Yeah, thanks, Karina. I was wondering if you can also send that to me as well.
I'll send it to the
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll send it to everybody.
Okay.
And if it's posted on the Ledge website, I'll actually send you the Ledge link, so that way you can just click right on it and have a hot link to it.
Okay. And then John, your comment about it being hidden and trying to make it more visible, that is something that we're still talking to our website team about, because yeah, since some of the pubs that are static in the building code will be superseded, we don't want to cause confusion, but we also want people to be able to find it if they're just looking for it and don't have a copy of the code. So we're trying to find the right spot for it and what the right name is. So that's something we are working on.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, I don't think there's that many projects that are gonna need it.
So, Todd, I hope I'm not stepping on your toes by going to the next step. So what the next step will be from here.
Wait, can I ask
is-
one more question about that? Sorry, before
Sure.
we move
No, you're
on,
fine.
right?
Go ahead.
Sorry. Okay, so for the website, and I can put that link in the chat if anyone wants to just look at it while we talk about it real quick. So on the website right now, we have the maps that exist that are part of, that are in the code, but I was wondering what this group thinks about having a sentence or two. Oh, can you hear me? It says my connection is unstable. Can you hear me okay?
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Thanks. So I was wondering what everyone thinks about having a few sentences in the top on this website that says, these are the pubs that are sort of set in stone for the building code as of the date the code was adopted. However, there may be newer publications if you see our tsunami hazards page, that aren't part of the code requirement or some text along those lines, just so people know that even though these are the ones that they are required to use, we will have new products that are available that aren't part of the code. For example,
Yeah.
in a few, like in a month or so, we're putting out the whole Puget Sound pub that isn't part of the code, but
Yeah.
it's something that people might want to be aware of.
I think that would be.
I
a
think
good
that's
idea.
probably okay. I would suspect most of them will end up on the main page first before they get to this page. So
Mhm.
sure, so they'll see those other ones. But yeah, I don't personally, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I don't know what everybody else thinks.
I think that would be very. I think that'd be very beneficial for designers designing for things in the future. When they may be designing but haven't got their permit yet, and it may be coming into a new code cycle. I think, yeah, I like that idea.
Is there a help tab on that in case people find it difficult?
At the bottom is my contact information.
Okay,
So it's like, if you have questions, contact us, me and Daniel.
Yeah, we made sure we had that because they have to contact DNR for the actual data anyway.
Yeah, for now, that's the way it is. So that's good.
But Karina, that's part of, I guess, when we get there, that's part of the next steps is kind of how do we get the maps updated and things like that. So the adopted maps.
Yes. Do we want to move on to that?
I'm sorry, I missed that. Karina, what was that?
Oh, I guess that was all I had for sort of like the current tag and what we've done so far. So I think the next step is, what do we do next and where do we go from here?
Yeah, that's what. So the next step is that, being that this is a building code, code rewrite. The IBC has put a spot on the tag for a tsunami advisor. So they're going through when they start going through the tag process, which they're doing now, there will be somebody from the tag, somebody from whoever wants to apply can be on the tag and talk about this when we start rewriting the 2021 codes and all that stuff. But along with that, anybody can attend those meetings. So if you see a notification come out and you look at the agenda and you see chapter 16 coming up, anybody can attend that's part of the tsunami and put in their input on any changes that they'd like to see or whatnot.
And Ray,
Hey,
this
just a
is
question.
Todd. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Is
Todd.
there anybody in this group that's applying for that?
I believe Todd's already on the building code tag,
Right.
so I think that he's there currently. Is that correct, Todd?
Right, but not in the tsunami spot. So we can still bring someone on, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I was going to add, Ray, maybe your best qualified to talk about the group 1, group 2, that chapter 16 is in group 2 next year?
Yes, that's right. And it'll start in the fall. Yeah, this isn't group 2. You're right, Todd. I'm sorry. This in the fall is when we're going to start up the group 2 tag groups. We got to get finished. We got to get finished with group 1, and once group 1 is complete, and whatever we define complete as, we're going to move into group 2, and then that's when we'll get into this section.
Yeah, and group 2 would include all the structural chapters of the code. So that would include what we've been working on, chapter 16.
Correct.
Group 1 covers the rest of the code, everything non-structural and some other things.
Okay, so sorry, this is all new to me. Can I repeat what I think I heard so I just make sure I understand?
Absolutely.
Okay, so there would be someone that's part of the building code that would be sort of a tsunami representative, or not part of the building code, but someone who would be I guess a member of a tag that would be a tsunami representative that could notify individuals who might be interested if there are changes being made or if you're discussing anything to do with tsunamis. And that would start in the fall as part of this group 2 tag.
Yeah, so I guess I'll explain it just a little bit deeper. So when the tag group starts, this is currently Washington State Amendment, this new code. So when the group 2 starts, each tag member is assigned a chapter. So whoever gets assigned the tsunami chapter, they will review the code and make any modifications or any suggested changes to the state amendment. Now, if we want a major change, it goes into the proposal process, and someone can submit a proposal. We got a 60-day window that we accept proposals, and then that's when like major changes can be made. But as far as modifications, like, and mainly the first part of it of the state amendment is to cross-reference reference standards and papers, and just make sure we're on the same page with that. But yeah, Karina, I explained a little bit. Hopefully that wasn't confusing, but basically the tag member that is the tsunami representative or whatever, they would hopefully get that chapter. They would take on that chapter and they would go through it with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that the links are correct, the reference standards are correct, or any cross-reference numbers.
So Karina,
go ahead. Yeah.
I was just going to say that this is Todd. You know, we're currently going through that synchronization right now. So in this case, at a minimum, you know, the 2018 amendments will roll into, you know, the recommendation will be to roll it into the 2021 because it won't be in the model IBC code, right?
Yeah.
And then what Ray's saying, then if there are additional changes that we collectively want to make, then it needs to be submitted as a formal proposal for consideration.
Okay, so the changes that we just made will get rolled into the 2021 code. But if there's any other major changes, they would have to be a formal proposal, and there's a 60-day window to do that. But if, for example, we wanted to update the website with new data, would that be considered a proposal for a major change, or since the website would be the same, is that just sort of rolled over? Or I'm curious how that works.
What depends what the major change is. I guess if we're talking about developing the ASCE hazard tool tool, you know, where you can go in and things like that. I can't remember how that goes back to the code language. I can't remember how we referenced that off the top of my head here. So that might have to be a change to reference this tool instead of, I think we said call DNR for data. Instead, we'd have to make a change to say, go to this tool. Kind of what ASCE 7 says, go to our tool. We have to put something and say, go to the DNR tool. And then the other thing would be updating the maps would be the other piece. We'd have to, you know, change the map references in the first part of the code change.
All right, whoever's on the phone, can you mute yourself?
That's not yours.
Or Ray, can you mute them maybe?
I think. There, sorry.
Thank you.
I thought it
Okay.
was-
Oh no. So if we want to, okay, so John, sorry, I was a little distracted because I
Yeah,
was
sorry.
talking over you. So if we want to develop that hazard-like tool or make updates, then you think that's already incorporated in the code language and that wouldn't be a major change, or that would be a major change?
That's a major change. We have to put in
Okay.
a formal proposal to do,
Okay.
Yeah.
in my mind.
I think the link, I think the link should maybe like define 2018 code. And then if you want to do a link that has current changes or something like that, just say this is where what we're working on or something. But I think the link should probably say 2018 IBC 1615 or something. And then when we adopt the 2021 codes, we can put that same title with a different year on the link, just so something designers can reference and it's just clearly defined.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So again, just so I'm clear, when we make the website more visible, we can specify in, you know, the website title that it's the 2018 code. Going forward, if we're going to make major changes to the style of that, whether it's the ASCE like tool, then that would be a major change that we have to bring forward to get approved. But if we want to just update the website with new maps, is that also a major change?
That's still a major change.
That is still a major change. Okay.
Yeah. Anytime you change the underlying maps and the adopted maps, you have to adopt new maps.
Okay.
Formally.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to know.
So when we go through the proposal process of the here. So when we get into reviewing this and making modifications to the proposal process, I might also recommend that there's that the link that we use to get them to the maps may be kind of like a generic link. And then from that link, they can click the 2018 code stuff. Because if we don't, we're gonna reference a link, and then the proposal process takes a long time. So by the time we adopt and all that, so as long as we have a generic link that takes them that might say this is the 2018 code, this is the 2021 code, they can click from that from the master link, for lack of a better word.
So the link that Karina posted is kind of a generic link, and that doesn't have to be updated. It's just, yeah, when you get to the page, then can I select 2018 or can I select 2021?
That's perfect. Yeah, because that I could see where that could get ugly in the proposal process and writing code and
Yeah. Okay. So I guess, so is Todd that person that's like the representative, or are we looking for another representative?
I'd suggest if Todd is interested that we'd have a tsunami representative, but I'll always be there in this cycle to look out for everyone. But if someone with tsunami expertise would like to join, I'm not holding that spot, essentially is what I'm saying.
Okay. It makes sense to me to maybe have an engineer, because you're responsible for going through the whole chapter. Is that correct?
yeah.
The tsunami stuff anyway, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You know, Kale, you'd be an ideal person for that, but
yeah, I'm willing to help out.
Okay. I will, Kale, I will get with Stoyan, and I'll just I'll throw your name out and just say that at least we can get you on the, if you're interested in doing that role. We'll get you assigned and put you on the list, and then you'll be a part of the notification of meetings and agendas and yeah. I think you just got voluntold.
No, so this has been an interesting process, and it's fun to look for opportunities to get a little bit more involved too.
Well, I think the the nice part about it is, you can have a say in what's going on in the building, but with that tsunami role, I mean, you can kind of sit back and take that chapter, and you may not have to attend all the meetings unless you are weird and want to, but
Hey, wait a second.
Let's not pass judgment.
but I don't think it would take a major time commitment.
Yeah.
For the
And then
Can I just, this is real quick, just quick thing, if you want an alternate, I can always help out as an alternate, you know.
Aren't you already on the tag?
Too. Yeah, I'm already on it, but I thought I'm on the tag, but I don't know if you need a second. I guess I can't have 2 votes, can I?
Yeah, that's
Never
what
mind.
yeah.
Can't have
I
2
mean,
votes.
I'll I can back Hale up if necessary, but since
Okay,
I'm not on
thank
the
you, John.
tag.
There's always you need an alternate.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean,
can't
after
be
going through this process, I don't think anybody's going to question anybody from the tsunami thing. I've learned more about tsunami than I ever thought I would.
And then I guess Kale, thank you very much for being that representative, as the person who will then be on that part of the committee, will you reach out to the rest of the tag when it's time to, I guess, propose changes, or how will we reconvene a group if we need to discuss something major? How do you see that going forward?
That is a good idea. Does this group, and maybe we already talked about this, does this group kind of wrap up our work now, and then do we have to re-engage a group later on to provide that input, or Ray, how does that work from a procedural standpoint?
So what'll happen from here is this tsunami group will dissolve, and then it will move into the building code tag. So
Okay.
when the proposal process comes together, I would recommend that you reach out to DNR or whoever has tsunami interest, and then we say we need to write a proposal for XYZ.
Oh, that's
and
yeah,
then,
that's right. You don't have to be an official group or anything to submit a proposal. Yeah.
Anybody can submit a proposal.
Yeah. So then
Yeah.
it's just bringing in the relevant expertise to craft the proposal.
And what
Right.
Right.
I don't know if I don't know how the agendas will work out, but when it gets to chapter 16, I mean, I would completely recommend that this tsunami tag just attend that tag meeting. I mean, they're open meetings, or if they're going to vote on them in a council meeting, just attend and put in your comments. Well, Karina, just kind of like how you give your presentation. We're very open to as many people as we can per comment. It helps clarify errors and just clarifies the code.
So what I was suggesting earlier is, first of all, we probably shouldn't wait until the comment period or whenever it opens up before we start. I think we should start sooner than that to put together the proposal for 2021. We can have it just waiting for whenever the period opens up to submit. And Karina had suggested to Daniel that maybe you folks might want to convene the group or kind of be in charge of organizing us.
Okay.
Calling the meetings and whatever. If you're willing to do that, that would probably be a good way to do it. And so we have this unofficial kind of group, coalition, whatever you want to call it, to put together the next round.
Okay, I think that's a good idea, and we'd be happy to do that. Can I confirm when we think when that 60-day period will start? Do we know that?
When the group 2 process starts, a timeline will be posted to the website. And if you're, it should go out, and you guys are all a part of the Gov delivery thing. So you should get a notification if you're signed up. If you're signed up on Gov delivery, so it'll have a timeline. Go ahead.
In general, isn't it around March?
Yeah.
So it'd be March of next year would be kind of the.
we're getting it started. Yeah, it's almost exactly a
Okay,
year
so we have
from
a year
now.
until the proposal due.
Yeah, we're in the group one process and we're getting ready to take proposals. I believe we said April, we're gonna start in April. So it's about a year from now when the proposal process starts.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's helpful. 'Cause then we can work backwards.
Well, and by that time, you may have the tool done, right? I mean, we talked
Hopefully.
earlier about it being done by the end of the year, right? So
Yeah,
that'd be great.
that
Great
would be
timing.
great. I agree.
And it may be a
Um,
little bit early next year. It may be a little bit early. We're kind of running 2 months behind schedule with COVID, and we're all hoping to be back together. And so we're playing catch up right now. But so it may be a little bit earlier than this time frame next year, but probably not.
Okay.
If we're behind here, we're gonna be behind in the next cycle too.
Yeah, in past years, the deadline was March 1st.
Yeah.
The deadline was, so it started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deadline for submittal.
Okay.
Okay.
So it'd be more like January where we would want to have our deadline to be done. Ish.
And
Okay.
and as it goes, so you will submit a proposal, we log it, we put it in, it goes before a building, fire and plumbing subcommittee. And they review it and they make any changes to it. And then it goes before a council, and then the council will vote to adopt or modify or anything like that. So that's a good, it's a good time for a tsunami expert to be in the building fire BFP meeting in case the subcommittee wants to make a change, and then they could clarify, I wouldn't make that change, or yeah, that's a good change. The subcommittees where the heavy lifting comes in, and the building, fire and plumbing, we call it BFP committee. So when your submittals, when your proposal is being reviewed, that's a good time to be in part of that meeting, because they may make a change and vote on it, goes through, that you know something in the back end of why that shouldn't happen.
Okay. And I am signed up for those gov delivery things, but I think maybe John, like you recommended, I'll set up a sort of tag light or whatever we end up calling ourselves, that is not part of the Building Code Council, where this group plus others that we want to call on can convene to talk about what proposal changes we want to make. And then if anyone hears of upcoming meetings or things that are happening, you can just inform that whole group just to make sure everyone's aware, because we all know gov delivery mail systems and all that doesn't always make it to everyone's inbox. So that sounds like a plan.
Hey, Karina, this is Todd, and yeah, Mike, Ray and I will make sure that everyone's aware if we know something's coming up in front of one of the committees or in front of the council also.
That would be great. Thank you.
And something just to keep this tag aware of, the gov delivery thing is actually granted the State Building Code Council. Before we had to, like, if I had an agenda, I would have to send it to gov delivery, they would review it, and then they would send a test, and then they would post it. But now with the new gov delivery, they're allowing us the authority to post directly. So if we, and gov delivery isn't just for meetings. So if we have a major notification of something, some major change, we can post it to the website, like an updated link or an updated, and we'll put it in our building code news. So it'll be a mass distribution of just notifications, not just for meetings, not just for how we've been using it so far. So just keep that as a heads up. If something major comes in or we find something, we can do a mass notification now. Well, it's gonna happen in a couple of weeks. We're still going through training.
Sounds good.
And as we go for future planning, Karina, one of the things I've always maintained was that what we did for the emergency rule was just kind of a Band-Aid, and that we may want to do something more complete.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this next round.
Yeah, that's our hope too. And then as I've mentioned to the team, there are these, much larger efforts going on with USGS and ASCE and others to really take a closer look at true probabilistic modeling. And I think the way that that's going, we're still realistically 5 years out from having that. And so it will be a while, but hopefully once that's done, then we'll be able to do the modeling and have that on this special tool. And so 10 years from now, maybe, no, hopefully sooner than that, but it's going slower than I'd like, but there are things happening that I think will make it more comprehensive and what we ultimately want in the future. And I agree, this is just a Band-Aid.
And
I
can
think
I
you're-
make a comment here? The building codes for seismic construction have always been a work in progress that puts their best guess forward and then accommodates changes that happen with every earthquake. So I don't see that there's anything different about what we're doing here from what has happened with earthquakes or other kinds of occasional loadings.
Tim, you're correct. I mean, feels like our building code is always a work in progress. Every time I go through a tag cycle, I feel like my house was built in 2009. I think this thing is going to blow down. How did I get? how did it pass inspection?
There's been changes to wind loads over the years too.
Yeah, so it's like, what is going on here? So, Tim, you're absolutely correct. The best part about the building code is we're always working on it. So there's always chances for comment, always chances for changes. Yeah. And
Lifetime
Karina,
employment.
Failure. Bellevue Hospital was a major failure of the building code that it then responded to in a major way.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sometimes out of a disasters good comes. But Karina, I was going to say, so we're working with DNR on more than just the tsunami right now. So I was wondering if maybe at some point we can all get together and come up with a DNR link for like building codes. Because I think it's her name's, oh shoot, I'm sorry if it's wrong. I think it's Ashley I'm working with the fire code. They have the WUI maps that are being referenced. So it'd be nice if at some point we can come up, DNR, we can work with you and just come up with a link for building codes that we work together with. And then it would be, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that actually might be a good solution to not wanting to confuse people on our tsunami page. If it was a separate part of the DNR website, that's just DNR code. Yeah, we'll have to think about that.
Yeah, so and I haven't talked to Ashley, but I told her that I was working with you all on this. But yeah, just something that building officials have a quick reference to if they're doing a tsunami, if they're doing fire. Yeah, just because obviously this is out. What you do is out of our realm, and what I do is vice versa. But at least it gives somebody a tool.
Yeah, or maybe there's just links on all the pages, so the more people that can access it, the better. We'll have to think about that.
Yeah, you got to think of how people. Sorry, you got to think of how people do searches too, and Google, and what are they going to come up with? If right, Google tsunami map, what will pop up, right?
Yeah, that's one thing that really is hard about our web pages. They're not Google friendly, which is unfortunate. I wish we had better skills with that. It's one of my biggest complaints.
And we put links on our website as well. I mean, we were hoping that our website issues would have been fixed when we got our new website, but I guess we were fooled. We're trying to clean up our website, but I mean, I think if somebody is looking more for the tsunami maps, they're going to go to our website before they go to your website. So we can do links as well.
Okay.
I don't know, Ray. That the only thing it makes me think about is I don't know how many engineers know about the existence of SBCC.
Yeah. Yeah, we get a lot of homeowners, they do a Google search for Washington State codes, and the first thing I think that comes up is our website. But you're right. I think an engineer is going to go a little deeper than Washington State codes.
Okay, so next steps, I'll work with my team and we'll convene a meeting in the next couple months probably to convene our tag, whatever we're going to end up calling it, to just kind of talk about next steps and figuring out proposal changes and when, how often we want to meet and who else we might want to invite, and just kind of review what happened and where we want to go. And Kale will be our representative for the Building Code Council, and Todd and Micah and Ray, you'll notify this group of any major tsunami stuff going forward. And Ray, you'll send us all the final building code language so we have that.
Yeah, yep, I will do that. I'll either send it to you in a PDF document, or I'll send you the link to the website of where that's, if it's posted already. I'm sure it's posted, so.
Okay, great. Well, thank you
Todd?
all for working on this. I appreciate it.
No, I thank you, Karina. I mean, this is something you spearheaded, and it's been great.
It's a group effort for sure. It's nice to make change though. It feels like a good, even though it's a Band-Aid, it's a small win.
Good start.
We're part of the
Yeah.
We're part of the process.
Yeah, exactly.
Karina,
Well, I said I wasn't going to do minutes to this meeting, but I guess I'm going to do minutes because I talked about Kale moving over to the building code tag and stuff. So I'll go ahead and throw some summary minutes together and post them to the website after this meeting.
What you were gonna say?
yeah. Karina, I've been digging into, because Tacoma, we're in the tsunami zone. I've been digging in the maps and stuff like that to try to help our applicants when they're designing this stuff. And I know the maps on the website, it's really hard to tell, distinct where you fall into and where you're outside it and stuff. It's because it's really kind of not 100% clear. Is there a more on the Washington State where you could type in addresses, or you could do something to actually get a more, I've had a hard time finding that. I want to put that on our website so we can link people to that.
Yes, it is our geology portal. You can just Google Washington Geology Portal, or I can send that link now. And on there you can type in your address and see that.
Okay, because the one thing is we're putting it on our website so when people can actually get into that. Okay, I see you just, there's the portal right there. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
and this is
something.
the one, I guess, caveat is that, this contains all the tsunami data. So for Tacoma, you're good, but for some of the outer coast stuff, we have several different vintages. And that will be the case when we complete our update as well. But here in the top bar of our portal, you can type in an address, and then you can turn on the tsunami hazard layer, and you can look at different scenarios, or we have it all combined for what we want you to see. So I guess there's a little bit of a caveat to that, and you're welcome to call me and we can chat and go over it offline if you'd like more information on that.
You mind giving your phone number?
No, that's fine. It's 360-791-0647. And it's on that Tsunami Design Zone webpage, and also on all the geologic hazard web pages.
Yeah,
My contact info is there.
Yeah, I saw that on the note. I just wasn't sure if that was a different number. Sometimes people have a different number.
Yeah, that's my office, but it gets forwarded to my cell now. So.
And White, keep in mind that the intent is that DNR is going to develop this tool that's similar to the ASCE E7 tool, hazard tool.
That's correct.
That does kind of what you're talking about. One of the things it does, right?
Yeah.
Right. But right now, I got to give some of the data. I mean, people are already in some of those tsunami areas, and they're asking for the data. The engineers, because we're making them do it, and you got
risk category 3 and 4 buildings in there.
We had one, yeah, in a yep, one that came in. So and it was because of the occupant load was so large.
Yeah.
And so we ended up, I was just telling him about it, but I couldn't give him I gave him the ASCE, but I didn't give him the Washington one. So that's why I want to make sure I'm getting the right data for him. So
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
they might
You're
move it,
welcome.
they might move it though. They might move it outside of it after they found out about the tsunami. So it's just, it was in the pre-meeting that we had. So that's why I
Yeah.
wanted to.
Not a bad idea.
Well, I know that this is probably I don't want to call it dissolve, but this would probably be the last meeting that we all meet together. And on behalf of the State Building Code Council, I want to personally, and from the council, thank you for all the hard work that you put into this. Everybody, I mean, it was hard work. It's something that's been in process for a very, very long time, as Karina's stated. And it's exciting to see change, and it's exciting to see something beneficial go into the code. So you all did an amazing job in a short amount of time, and I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, good job,
Thanks for
everyone.
Thanks for staffing.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Ray.
Ray.
Thank you. Yeah. Todd, do you have anything else?
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Look forward to getting the band back together under DNR.
And I will, if it's okay with everybody, I don't mind sending out a contact list that is a group. So as a group, if you want to send out a group contact, then everybody's still connected.
That would be great.
That'd be great.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll send that with the code.
Wonderful.
Okay, thank you, everyone. So we'll give an update to the council on Friday at our council meeting, and then the next action will be the council will probably dissolve the tag. So I guess with that, we're adjourned.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
everybody.
Todd.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you
Todd.
all.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank
Bye, everybody.
you all.
Bye.